if Jeff don't shut when it comes time to tribal and all these competitions, you are going to be getting an immunity idol. But what comes with that immunity idol?
An immunity idol.
And yes, an immunity idol, an immunity, whatever, same idol that's going to save your life, whatever idol it is, okay?
Hello. Welcome to the Heavy Crown Network and the Royalty Podcast. I am your host, Tiffany. I will be joined today by my alter ego, Monique. So you may catch me talking to myself. Our other hosts are on vacation, but this show doesn't end here, okay? So welcome, Royal Court. Today you get me. I hope I am enough for you. And if I'm not, well, that's your problem, not mine. So anyway, let's get into this brand new episode of Survivor 48, episode 4. All right. Now, at our last tribal, Justin on the Vula tribe went home on the Green tribe, and Vula goes back to camp. They are struggling, and they have been struggling. They have been struggling in challenges. They are struggling at camp. Now they are struggling in the rain and in the cold. Cedric has decided to move forward with Mary and Say. So this is the gist of this 3-person tribe now. Say and Cedric are working together. They're on the island trying to find an idol while Mary is away. And they want Mary to know that they're still working with her. She's still a part of the team. So they write her a little note in sticks that they're off to look for an idol. But Say and Mary both realize they need to work together. That it's better off for them to work together than to work against each other. And now Cedric is going to have to worry about what the girls are going to do, because for so long the girls have been wondering and worrying about what the guys are going to do. I know I'm not supposed to do that with my glasses, but I'm new, and they okay. Hold on, let me get a little thing here, because I already am not used to wearing glasses. I can't be looking through glasses with fingerprints and stuff on them. So anyway, back. All right. Getting to the important stuff, getting to the nitty-gritty of the episode. This is day 8. It is the day of the merge. Siva and Lagi have dominated this game. Lagi especially. They have won every single challenge. Siva has been right behind them. Vula has ended up in every single tribal council. Well, it's time to switch tribes. And you can see the look of discomfort on Siva and Lagi's face, especially Joe and Eva. They are very uncomfortable with this. And you look at Say and Mary, and they are completely ecstatic. They cannot wait to get away from this Vula tribe. They need something else to motivate them on this island, on these various islands in this game, and switching to another tribe or gaining relationships with other people is exactly what they're looking to do. Thomas is very uncomfortable with this. He's like, I know everything about Lucky. I know there's an active idol. He knows he has an advantage. He knows who's who with what. He's got all of these secrets. He is very uncomfortable with having to switch tribes. Well, we get to picking our different bags, and we get to opening them up. And so here are the new tribes. We've got Lagi, who's purple. On Lagi, we have the new Lagi is David, Eva, Charity, who are part of the old Lagi. Star is part of Siva. Mary is Vula. Well, this is like, well, wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, Star with Siva. Okay. This team is all girls, one guy. All right. That's an interesting combination to me. And correct me if I'm wrong about what team Star was, what tribe Star was on. I think that's where we were. Vula, the new Vula is Joe, Shaheen, Thomas, Kyle, Camilla, which is still the California girls. Joe, Shaheen, Thomas are all part of Lagi, and they are the California girls. Somehow, luck has it where they have all ended up back together again, but on a different tribe. Instead of Lagi, they're now Vula. So they seem to be okay with this. And then you have Kyle and Camilla from Siva. And this team is all guys and one girl. So I don't know how these rocks were chosen, but I think that's an interesting combination as well. And then you have Siva, the new Siva team. This is just the orange team. We have Chrissy and Mitch from Siva, Say and Cedric from Vula. I am missing one person. Now, how did I do that? Chrissy, Mitch, Say, Cedric, and it's not in my notes, so I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to remember it. Wait. I'll come back. Mess that part up. That's why you need, I need another person. I'm trying to remember who's on this new Siva team. Put it in the notes. Y'all got me. All right. On this Lagi team, let's go over to Lagi and see what they're doing over there. I might actually be able... Oh, it is Bianca. I'm so sorry. Yep, thank you. I know somebody put it in the notes. It is Bianca. And I think Bianca is like all by herself from Lagi. And so that is, she's like in the middle, wondering if she'll get picked up by Vula or if she'll get picked up by Siva. All right, over on the Lagi tribe, David and Eva hit it off right away. And Eva is struggling. She's like, I had Joe in this game. He's the only one that I talked to about my diagnosis. I felt very comfortable with him. Now we've had to switch tribes on day 8. I've got to make another connection. This team is full of girls. I do not connect well with girls. I'm not used to having to connect with a group of girls. In my real life, my athletics, I am on a team with all guys. I am the only girl. Now she's on a team with all girls and there's one guy and it's David. Well, her and David hit it off right away as he reveals that he's a stunt guy. And they're like, oh, we knew it. Ha, ha, ha. It's all funny. Everybody's having a great time. They hit it off. But Eva does not like that Star is on her team. She goes right away. She does not hesitate to pull the rest of her team to the side and offer up Star on a silver platter. She tells about Star's Beware advantage, that she found it, but she hasn't unlocked it. She doesn't have an idol. She doesn't have a vote. She just spills all the beans about Star, and she's just like, hey, if you want her, you can have her. She can go. I don't want her here. I thought I was getting far away from her, but we can send her home whenever you all are ready. And I'm just like, wow, girl. This is really a lot of information to divulge so early in this tribe when you don't know who you can trust and who's going to go back and tell her. But Eva does not care. She's giving it all. David shares that he's grown up with all sisters. And so that is allowing him to be comfortable on this team of all women. He's like, I grew up with all sisters and I'm here because I'm broke. And I have a girlfriend, but she dumped me. And she dumped me because I'm broke. And I live on a camper outside of my parents' house. And I need this $1 million. And the first thing I'm going to do when I win this $1 million is I'm going to buy my girlfriend a ring. David, I think the first thing you need to do when you win that $1 million is buy yourself a home. Yeah, hun. Roof first, car next, invest third, not in the ring. The ring will add no value, and a ring is not necessary for a relationship. If that woman want to be with you, and she know that you want to be with her, she know you broke. We need food. We need shelter. We need security. We need a way to get to work. ring last. Okay. But I see where you're going with this. The empathy. You want the empathy. But anyway. Charity is telling everyone that her and David are close. And that she can get him to do whatever she wants to do. And while Charity is telling everyone that she and David are close and she's got him under her wing, David is telling Eva that the first opportunity he gets, he wants to throw Charity under the bus. I know you want to throw Star under the bus, but it's only one bus, babe. And maybe it's just one camper and maybe it's mine. And I'm going to take my camper and I'm going to roll it over Charity. That's what David is saying. David wants Charity out and Charity is none the wiser. All right. Now we're getting over to the new Siva tribe. Well, Chrissy welcomes everyone to Siva Island because it is her old home. They have food. They have shelter. They have space. They have sofas. They have papayas. Wait. What is playing? I don't know how long it's been playing. I got my ear things in. I couldn't tell. But anyway. Now, they have everything. And, no. Okay. Where was I? I'm looking at notes. Bear with me here, please, people. So Say is stuck with Cedric after tribal council, where he tried to get rid of her. She doesn't trust Cedric. She's like, he lied to me. He tried to get me out of here. And I think Cedric thinks that him and Say have a bond, and they have bonded. Well, Bianca doesn't have a vote and also doesn't have anyone from her old tribe. So she's trying to fit in. And she immediately tries to connect with Say. And she says to Say, you know, I want to work with you and Cedric. Hold on, girl. Before you just jump out there and talk about putting me and Cedric together and who you want to work with and making us be a group. This is not Destiny's Child, Beyonce, Michelle, and Kelly. You need to make sure that you want to work with Cedric first. So before you start putting us all together as a team, as this TLC singing group, we may not be a group. We may just be a duo, okay? Get a vibe from Cedric first. So Bianca immediately realizes that, oh, there's a crack here. There's a crack in the relationship. I didn't know that. I thought that they were close. Okay, I really might have an in here because Say is letting me know this thing I thought was tight is a little loose. Okay. Mitch and Cedric have started developing a connection. And it's interesting because on their walk, Cedric reveals to Mitch, I too struggled in my speech with stuttering growing up. And Mitch finds that very endearing. He is appreciative that someone not just understands the struggle, but has experienced the struggle when they go back and forth about the classes they had to take. And Mitch is like, you know, one of my triggers is an M. Saying getting M's out is the hardest thing for me. And my name is Mitch. He's like, oh, the irony of it all. All right. So let's go over to the Vula tribe. They're adjusting. The Vula tribe arrives at camp. Just like the Vula tribe was struggling in the challenges, Vula camp is struggling too. Vula has no tarp, no flint, no food, no map, no camp supplies. It is essentially a deserted camp. The new Vula tribe arrives and they're like, I cannot believe this. How are they living? They were just waking up, strolling along, no shelter. There's nothing. So they're like, okay, well, we have to build all over again. So the new Vula tribe essentially is the California girls and two Siva stragglers. That's where they are. That's what Thomas calls them. Kyle knows he has an idol, and his number one ally is Camilla. But in their conversation about how things were at their old camp, Camilla takes the ropes and immediately separates the relationship that she has with Kyle. And she makes up this lie that she's on the bottom. And Kyle is happy about this because he plays it and it's like, I didn't think that, I didn't know that. Like, they're doing a really good job of portraying that they're not as close as they actually are. And Shaheen, he's eating it up. He's like, I was listening, I was looking, and they don't seem to be that close. And so the California girls are trying to figure out, should we lose the challenge and should we end up at tribal council, who are we bringing with us? Is it going to be Kyle? Is it going to be Camilla? Kyle isn't offering much. Camilla's kind of offering everything. And so it seems like they're kind of eating from Camilla right now. Camilla spills to two of the California girls, Joe and Shaheen, that when Thomas went on that journey, he had to play. What did he tell you? Oh, he told us that, he had the choice of he could play or he could not, but he didn't play because he didn't want to risk it. Oh, no. Oh, no. He had to play. There was no choice there. He had to play. So he either lost his vote or has an extra vote. But he played. So, or has an advantage. Sorry. So Shaheen is now wondering, like, is Thomas lying? Did Thomas lie? Is there a crack in the California girls? Shaheen wastes no time. When Thomas comes back from wherever the heck he was while Camilla was spilling the beans, Shaheen brings this information to Thomas. It's like, hey, yeah, Camilla was telling us that, when you went on your journey, she was saying how whoever went on their journey from her camp said you had to play. It's like, yeah, somebody's lying. That her person lied to her. I didn't lie to you. Her person lied to her. But you know what? How I feel about it, I want her out of here. She can go. And you don't ever try to spill nothing nasty on my name. You don't talk about me behind my back while I'm not here to defend myself. You don't tell what could have possibly happened on my journey that I might not be telling my alliance the truth. I tell you what, little girl, you can get your bags together and you can go home. Because the minute I get the opportunity, you out of here. I already know who I want, and I want Kyle. I don't want Kyle, but I'll take him over you because you got to go. Thomas ain't playing no games with Camilla, honey. Camilla better watch her back. On today's challenge. Today's immunity challenge and reward is up. And the reward is an array of fresh fruit. That fruit look good. I mean, I need some island fruit. How long do it take the fruit to get from where it's grown to over here into my grocery store? Because by the time I get it, it is not shiny. It is not ripe. It is not firm, and I don't see the juice. I could smell that fruit on that tray. Just let me tell you, that fruit was looking real good. I would have fought like hell, especially if I was the Vula tribe, because they little island don't have nothing. They don't even have a flint. They need that fruit. You ain't got to cook it. It's already ready. Okay, anyway, sorry. So, on this immunity challenge, you have to race to remove the heavy sandbags, release a cube, roll the cube up a structure, release two smaller sandbags, toss those sandbags, and land it on a barrel, and then dig up a puzzle piece and attempt to solve a puzzle. Then you win immunity, and you get that big old basket. All right, they're off, okay? I'm going to get through this immunity challenge because we got a lot more to cover. I took out of my notes. Bear with me. All right. Everyone has a different strategy for stacking these sandbags. Vula is off first, then Lagi, then Siva for the sandbags. We get to the cube. Vula's in in the lead, followed by Lagi, then Siva. We get to the two sandbag parts. We got Siva in the lead, then Vula, then Lagi. We get to the puzzle piece. We've got Vula in the lead, Siva, Lagi. Well, that puzzle was a doozy. I couldn't see it from over here. I don't know. Survivor is really upping the ante on these puzzles. This one, it's big, huge puzzle pieces. You got to shove down and scoot in and turn around and slide. It's not like a puzzle. I don't know what that was. 3D cubes. Anyway, they stepped it up a little bit. And Vula was in the lead. Vula was doing their thing. They had it. That's what they thought. They didn't have it. They didn't. They didn't. They thought they had it, but they don't. Lagi is very close behind them. What happens? You know what happens. What happens? What has happened the last 3 challenges? Lagi wins again. Oh my goodness. My phone. I have to put my things on Do Not Disturb. Just 1 second. I'm not available. Okay, sorry. I'm not editing none of this. This is my real day, okay? It's my work phone ringing over there. I will be with them shortly. Okay. Lagi wins immunity. Right behind Lagi, Siva wins immunity. Oh. Yes. Who going to tribal council again? For the 4th time in a row. Is it like a curse? Are they jinxed? What if they need some Palo Santo wood? They need to find some sage. It's got to be some sage on them islands. It's got to be something. Oh, they can't burn nothing. They ain't even got no flint. They need to rub something together. They need to pray the negative energy away from them. They need to get that positive energy in that tribe, on their camp, in their challenges, because Vula is going back to tribal council for the 4th time in a row. Wow. Nobody saw that coming. Jeff. Jeff is the shade king, okay? Be careful what you do around him. He keeps no secrets. He gonna let you know how he feel. All right. Vula is back at camp. Shaheen is throwing Kyle under the bus to Camilla. Cedric is throwing Camilla under the bus to Thomas. Joe is throwing Kyle under the bus to Camilla. Cedric is throwing Camilla under the bus to Joe. When I tell you this bus has hit and run over everyone who is not a California girl. Okay? Now Camilla wants Thomas, but we know that the California girls aren't going for that. But Camilla and Kyle are planning a coup. Thomas wants Camilla. Shaheen wants Kyle. Joe wants Kyle. Camilla and Kyle want Thomas. What the California girls do not know is Camilla and Kyle are a team, a tight team. They got each other's back so much that Camilla tells Kyle, I'm going to give you my extra vote. The California girls are going for either Kyle or Camilla. Camilla and Kyle have a plan that Camilla's going to give Kyle her extra vote and player idol. We got to vote between Thomas and Shaheen. Kyle wants Shaheen. He's like, Shaheen is a gamer. He's smart. He's gaming. But it's something about Thomas they don't really trust, and it seems like that's who they're going for. But guess what? Right in front of Camilla, Shaheen just starts checking Kyle's bag. Let me see what he got in here. Is that his bag? What's his bag? Is he coming? There ain't no. All right. I don't feel nothing. He ain't got nothing in here. Camilla is like, she's waiting on the idol to come out. I'm waiting on the idol to come out. I'm sweating. Let me just say, I just knew that idol was coming up out of that bag. Luckily for Kyle, Shaheen did not pull an idol out of Kyle's bag. He finds nothing. Camilla and Kyle got a few seconds to game. She lets them know they checked your bag. They checked my bag. They checked your bag. They checked my bag. I just said they checked your bag. Take this vote and play that idol on you. They checked my bag. They didn't find it. How did they not see it? I don't know. It's in my shoe. Well, whatever. It's in your shoe. Take this extra vote and get on somewhere. I told you to play and do it at Tribal, and I don't want to talk about it no more. Whew. Kyle, you were spared. Okay? Time to go to Tribal. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not usually anticipating a Tribal Council. I am anticipating this Tribal Council because they have a plan. Both teams have a plan. The California girls are definitely sticking together. It's going to be Kyle or it's going to be Camilla. Kyle and Camilla definitely have a plan. And it's kind of tricky because usually when you have these tricks in the bag, you hope that they work, but you don't know. So we don't know. Well, Shaheen starts with everyone wants to see a Tribal Council, but being here is not really where you want to be. Like, we all want to play Survivor. We want to see a Tribal Council, but now that I'm here, I don't like it so much. Camilla goes into how her performance wasn't the best. She's like, hey, I'm good at puzzles. She gets up on somebody's shoulders. I'd have forgot now. She gets up on his shoulders. She's looking. She didn't really help with the puzzle, which is how they ended up losing. And so she's like owning a little bit of the responsibility of being there. Kyle considers Camilla a friend. They're both Guyanese. Hope I'm saying that right. He thought that they were friends, but at the end of the day, he admits it's not surprising to see her fight for her life in this game. I'm doing the same thing. Jeff's asking some questions, how did it go when you got back to camp? And Joe's like, we talked about what to do. Kyle describes his experience as being vulnerable. He's never vulnerable in his real life. And he said that this has made him change his outlook on life, playing this game, having to be vulnerable, depending on people, having to have these connections in these relationships. I do feel like that was genuine. I never looked at Kyle the way I began to look at him at this Tribal Council. He's showing different layers and dimensions to himself, to his gameplay, to his strategy, to his insight. He's gaining, even in this moment, a lot of respect from me because I know he's got this mastermind strategy and this trick that he's trying to pull off. And I'm also looking at his body language and it's giving unsure, but I think he actually feels more confident than he's showing. And I like that he's able to separate how he internally feels about what he thinks is going to happen in this moment versus what he needs to portray to the California girls. Camilla expresses how she was so concerned about being underestimated. And the whole time she realizes that she was the one who has been underestimating herself. I think that is such a relatable observation because a lot of times we go through life or we're in a situation where we feel like other people aren't seeing our worth, our value, what we do, how we do it. Maybe they're underestimating me. They think I can't do it. It's not always them. Sometimes it's you. sometimes you're doubting or you are second guessing and you are the one underestimating yourself and not trying to do something for fear of failure. But then when you're placed in a situation or you're placed in the game of Survivor and you have to do something and then you do it, you prove to yourself that I have what it takes. And I love that moment for her. Jeff asked, what are they the most proud of? And Camilla's the most proud of bonding with people playing the game. I thought she was going to be like, I'm most proud of this move I'm about to pull off. But she stuck in character. And Thomas says, I know we're about to take away something from one of these two. And, it's not a good feeling. It's time to vote. Time to vote. They go in and vote. We kind of see Kyle with his extra vote. We see Shaheen write Kyle's name down. Jeff goes to tally the votes. He comes back out. All right. I'll get ready to read the votes. But before I do, is there anyone who has an advantage or an idol they'd like to play? Oh, yeah, that's me. Jeff, it's me, Kyle. I do have an idol I'd like to play. He got an idol. I checked his bag. He wasn't even walking around here acting like he had an idol. He was acting like he needed to stay. He was throwing Camilla under the bus. What? This man got an idol? I thought you looked in his stuff. What? Okay. Thomas smiles. He knew it. He felt it. He thought it. Couldn't prove it. Shaheen is just shaking his head. My own heart is literally beating out of its chest. And Jeff reads the votes. It's Kyle. It's Kyle. It's Kyle. And we know those are the 3 California girls who did not have an alternate plan to put one vote on Camilla. And the next vote is Thomas. Fourth person voted out of Survivor. First member of the California Girls. California Girls down 1. Thomas. It's time to go. Bring me your torch. Thomas is in shock. Jeff, in case you didn't hear me before you read the votes, I said that one of those two are leaving. Not me. Not. I'm not one of those two. Those two are together. This one of those two are leaving. You got the thing. You got it wrong. Cause that wasn't my plan. I didn't see that. I got an advantage in my pocket, Jeff. If they would have had let me know I was in jeopardy, I could have saved myself somehow. I could have tried one of those two. Thomas is in shock, and Shaheen is literally crying. He has been played. Molly girl, you in danger. You in danger, girl. Joe gives him a hug. Thomas tells Kyle, well played. And Kyle, stoic. I won't say no emotion, but he's very humble. He's not smiling. He's not smirking. He's not, He's just very stoic. Whatever emotions are going on inside of this man on the outside, he has masked his ability to show it. And that is admirable. I like it. That's good gameplay because you don't want to come off as cocky, arrogant, I told you, aha. You don't want to leave a nasty taste. Pretty much, he has just played the hand he was dealt. Camilla, same. They know what they did. And even in this, they still haven't revealed how it all went down. But Camilla did vote Thomas. And the other two California girls do know she didn't vote Kyle. So there is going to be some connection as to the closeness, but I still don't think it reveals actually how close they are. And you may feel like moving forward, they'll probably work together because now it's 2 against 2. I don't know why that little finger stuck out there, but 2 against 2. I really enjoyed this episode. California girls down 1. Sorry, Thomas. Your time is up. And so is mine. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. I will catch you next week on the next episode of Survivor. Let's see what happens. Remember to get your phone. Get your cute little phone out because you're on it. Get your cute little phone out and make sure you take your finger and tap that thumb up button and tap the subscribe if you're not already subscribed so you can get a notification that we've got a new episode dropping. And join us in the live chat next time. Share it on Twitter, Instagram, and with your friends. You can hit copy the link, hit share, and you are greatly appreciated. Love you all. Till next time.